the second reporter from Chapter 18, and I will be discussing about supplier networks. Sourcing is the process of obtaining a supply of inputs, raw materials, and parts for production. Global sourcing and production can be better understood by taking a look at Figure 18.2. In the Figure 18.2, the sourcing of raw materials, manufacturing of this, and their actual sales can come from and go to the company home country or abroad. The figure illustrates the basic operating environment choices by stage in the production process. When a company wants to source a raw materials, parts, or components as a function of its global strategy, it's faced with some key decisions. For example, you may decide to source the components at home or assemble them abroad and then export the final product to the home market, to foreign market, or to both. Global sourcing is the first step in the process of materials management, which includes sourcing, inventory management, and transportation between suppliers, manufacturers, and customers. In today's world, we can get the resources everywhere in the world, hence global sourcing. It is in this idea where we can derive the terms outsourcing and offshoring. Companies can manufacture parts internally or purchase them from external manufacturers. Outsourcing refers to a situation in which one company externalizes a process or function to another business. It can be domestic or offshore. Why global sourcing? Companies pursue global sourcing strategies for a number of reasons. To reduce costs through cheaper labor, laxer work rules, and lower land and facilities costs. To improve quality, to increase exposure to worldwide technology, to improve the delivery of supplies process, to strengthen the reliability of supply by supplementing domestic suppliers with foreign ones, to react to competitors' offshore sourcing practices, to gain access to materials that are only available abroad, possibly because of technical specifications or product capabilities, to establish a presence in a foreign market, and to satisfy offset requirements. Major sourcing configurations. Companies do everything themselves, from production, purchase, manufacturing, etc. Vertical integration occurs when a company owns the entire supplier network, or at least a significant part of it. The company may have to purchase raw materials from outside suppliers, but it produces the most expensive parts itself. Integrating vertically can reduce transaction costs by internalizing the different level in the value chain. Industrial clusters. Outsourcing through industrial clusters is an alternative way to reduce transportation and transaction costs. Under clustering, buyers and suppliers locate close to each other to facilitate doing business. Take for example, Dell established an assembly operation in the multimedia supercorridor in Malaysia, where it is close to its key suppliers. Keretsus. A Japanese keiretsus are groups of independent companies that work together to manage the flow of goods and services along the entire value chain. Make or buy, outsource or supply parts from internal production. These are things that should be made by the company itself, and there are things that needs to buy outside. It really depends where and how you can make profit. When it comes to production activities, M&E managers struggle with the make or buy decisions, which should be performed internally and which could be subcontracted to independent companies. In deciding whether to make or buy, M&Es can focus on those parts of production that are critical to the product and that they are particularly good at making. They can outsource parts when suppliers have a distinct comparative advantage, such as greater scale, lower cost structure, or stronger performance incentives. Supplier relations is the discipline of strategically planning for and managing all interactions with third-party organizations that supply goods and/or services to an organization in order to maximize the value of those interactions. The company must be in good relationship with its suppliers so that it can get the best deals. It is very important for us to know that supplier relationship is very important in all aspects in the business. Purchasing function. The purchasing agent is the link between a company's outsourcing decisions and its supplier relationship. Purchasing goes through 4 phases before becoming global. First, domestic purchasing only. Second, foreign buying based on need. Third, foreign buying as part of procurement strategy. And fourth, integration of global procurement strategy. Major sourcing strategies. First, assign domestic buyers for foreign purchasing. Second, use foreign subsidiaries or business agents. Third, establish international purchasing offices. Fourth, assign the responsibility for global sourcing to a specific business unit or units. Fifth, integrate and coordinate worldwide sourcing.